What's up, everybody? I'm Valente, and we're back with Behind Enemy Lines, and the Saints are 5-4, finally over 500 since for the first time since week 3. But obviously, if you've watched this series previously, you know that I, as a Saints fan, like to talk with other Saints fans or other fans of opposing teams, um, depending on who the Saints are facing, whatever week. And this week, we're facing the Vikings. So I got my friend, TheGeekSlays, to join me. Geek, how are you doing?
Oh, doing pretty okay. Tired, but I've been tired for a year now, so it's fine.
Known Vikings fan and known Saints hater, TheGeekSlays,
True.
everybody.
Yeah, fuck the Saints though. Like actually.
Yeah, we're gonna hear a lot of that today, I'm guessing. Well,
Dude, well, if your team didn't have to cheat to win a Super Bowl to beat my team, garbage ass.
okay. Well,
Yeah, fuck the Saints. I'm sorry. I'll be done for now.
no,
I'll hit
no,
it
you're
again
good.
later.
No, you can. If you're bringing the energy, you can talk shit about the Saints all you want to, man. I even catch myself talking shit about Greg Williams' hit list a few
That's
times here and
fair.
there.
You gotta.
But I think last episode what I did is I kind of went on like a small little tangent about shit around the organizations for you know the Saints and said opponents. So the Vikings, Josh Dobbs. What do we think about Josh Dobbs?
I think I still want to see Jaron Hall because that matters more. I think Josh Dobbs might get right now give us a better chance at winning games. Veteran quarterback who knows how the league works, how to beat defenses, and then his escapability, as we saw last week on Sunday, is really incredible. Able to get out of situations that I don't know. It's one of those things with that game. It's like if we have Kirk, I think we beat that Falcons team by 40 because that defense played like shit. But
Yeah,
also, if we had Kirk in the exact same scenario that Dobbs was in, we lose because Kirk can't get out of the situations that Dobbs got out of. So it's a little weird, but I want to see more Jaron Hall just so we kind of know what we have there. Do we need a quarterback or is Jaron that guy? I don't know.
I mean, at least from what I've seen, I don't think Jaren was doing too hot, really.
I mean, he was like 4 of 5 for 80 yards
Yeah, they just when did he leave the game?
the first drive.
Oh, I thought it was like the third quarter. Okay, hold on.
No, it was
I
so
didn't watch the
early.
game.
He
Like I was
drove
too
us down to
focused.
like the 1 yard line, tried to run it in, and took a shot to the head.
Ah, see, I was too busy screaming about Paulson Adebo, but um, I'm
Ayo.
actually excited to see. I'm excited to see what Josh Dobbs can do. Is Josh Dobbs starting? Is
He
Jaren
is
still out
this
with
week.
concussion?
Jaron's going to be out, and I think Nick Mullins is probably back to be back up.
Okay. Well, I know the Saints have a lot of struggles with QBs who extend plays well, so I expect Josh Dobbs to have a field day on the ground, especially because Tyson Bagent did. Tyson Bagent ran all over us, and it was hard. But
Yeah.
with that, we're just gonna go to our main discussions. Obviously, you guys know them, and we're gonna start with keys to victory. What are the keys to victory for the Vikings?
Uh, Stop the run game for the Saints because I don't trust Derek Carr to be able to beat us alone. If we can take Kamara and Jamal and the entire running game out, we're good. And then offensively, I mean, trust the receivers. I get the Saints' defensive backfield is good, but our receiving course better. And like, you just got to trust them. And I hope Dobbs can. I mean, you should have all day. The Saints' pass rush isn't the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. So, especially if Christian Darrisaw's back, you should have all day to do what you need to do. So, just, I don't know. This week, for me, it's pretty simple. Just execute the way we did last week. 0 penalties is always incredible. If we can do that
Yeah.
again, we're good.
Okay. Okay. Um. See, I think for us is that we need to come out of the gates early on defense because this past 3 weeks, probably these past 3 weeks, we've been very slow in the first half of with defense. We let up every point that the Texans had. Every point that the Texans had that game that came in the first half. The Colts, they had 20 out of their 27 in the first half. And then the Bears had all of their points in the first half, I think. But something like that. We need to start early, establish a good median for defense because we're old. You know what they say. Old people take a while to get it up. I know that's a little weird to say. but our defense is very old, very slow. So something's got to get started early, especially if we want to contain Josh Dobbs, because Josh Dobbs is more of a slow starting quarterback from what I've seen through his Arizona time in Arizona. But he's more of a quarterback that gets it going whenever he's relaxed and comfortable and just ready. And if we're going to make this as easy as possible for us, we need to get it going early and make him uncomfortable. And also on the offensive side, I think that I don't know if Michael Thomas is playing. I still don't know what's going on with that situation. He got arrested.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. He's got arrested. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if he's not playing. I don't even know if he got booked in jail. He could have just sat in the back of the cop car. Who knows? I don't even know what he's doing right now. But Michael Thomas could be playing this weekend if he is. If he isn't, you got rookie A.T. Perry, who was pretty good in the preseason. He did well last week when it came to blocking. But you need A.T. Perry to step up in the receiving room. You need a lot of the guys to step up. You need that Cardo Olave connection to, gel together quickly because it's starting to look like Carr's safety blanket, which is Michael Thomas, because, that's been his most reliable target besides Rashid Shaheed. But in the more uncomfortable situations like 3rd and 8, between 3rd and 4, 3rd and 8, he usually hits Michael Thomas pretty well. But I think on the offensive side of the ball, you just got to establish connections with the other receivers because now you're put in a really hard situation because you don't know what you're up against this Sunday, at least on your own side of the ball.
Wow. Apparently, there's still a world where Justin Jefferson plays on Sunday.
That's the worst case scenario for us.
Best case.
For us.
Especially because I think that KJ Osborne's going to be out. So if there's no JJ and no KJ, we're going to be rocking Jordan Addison, Brandon Powell, and Speedy Naylor, which, it could still work. We beat the Falcons with that last week. Actually, we didn't even have Speedy. He was hurt too. We had Tristan Jackson.
I will always take an opportunity to show on the Falcons. The Falcons are bad. The Falcons can't win games that matter.
Their defense was the 6th best in the league before we got there.
Minnesota's good, man. I gotta admit it. I don't like Minnesota either, just because of 2017. I don't hate them. I just don't like them.
The biggest thing I think for Minnesota is Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores are coaching their asses off.
Yeah.
They're putting the team in a perfect position to win, and it's working so far.
What, you guys are riding a 4-game win streak now? 4 or 5?
4, I believe.
All without Justin Jefferson, too.
Yeah. Couple of games.
Problem? I'm joking.
Without Kirk. Is he the problem? Lol. I don't think so.
I'm joking. No, but it's pretty impressive for Minnesota, which is what's got me on the edge about this game, and I haven't been on edge about a game since the Bucs game. The Bucs game I was very weary about, and every other game I predicted us to.
You know why you're in trouble, though? You know what I can tell you? Why you're in trouble? Why the Saints will lose?
Why?
Because on Run the North, everyone but me picked against the Vikings again. When I'm the only one who picks the Vikings, they win every time.
Thanks, David. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they have too much faith in Derek Carr. Not enough in Joshua Dobbs. I guess that's the only answer. It has to be a quarterback thing because defensively we're better. Offensively as a whole, we're better. Like, it has to just be they trust Derek Carr over Dobbs.
I
Have
would
to be.
say on defense we can make Joshua Dobbs uncomfortable as a passer.
Hope so, but I don't know if you can.
As a runner, I don't think we can stop him to save our lives. As a passer, though, I think we do a pretty damn good job against them.
All
I
right.
don't know, man. Josh Dobbs is a very like unknown variable every week, right? He could either come out and be the next Michael Vick. I don't know. I'm making a weird
See, I think it's more
comparison.
the issue with Arizona. Like he had good games and bad games, but that's because Arizona has no weapons. That roster sucks.
Yeah, but
Minnesota,
like
even with JJ down, we have more weapons than he's ever played with.
true.
I mean, Jordan Addison is a legit wide receiver one at this point. TJ
He's pretty
Hawkinson's a
good.
top 5 tight end in football. Like
Is he
we
playing
got
this week?
pieces. Oh yeah. TJ always plays. You have to kill him.
We haven't been looking too good against tight ends either. So I don't know. You know, if your guys' data analyst is in the film room or talking to the quarterbacks, y'all might cook up some. This might be a TJ Hawkinson legacy game. Let's just be real.
TJ Hawkinson legacy game. Love to see it.
Because Cole Komet went off last week, and I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's hard to really put a finger on, like, you know, what's going to happen. But I guess with that, since we're already on the topic of injuries, I'll pull up the injury report here. And bang. Injury report. Let's see. All right. Boom.
Are
Can
you
you see
pulling up
that?
the Saints or the Vikings? Oh, I didn't
This
know
is
you were
both.
pulling it up on screen.
There we
Okay.
go. All right. So for the Saints, Kendra Miller and Isaiah Foskey out. Ryan Ramczyk, no designation. Ty Summers and Romero Davis, no designation. And then Adam Prentice, questionable. And for the Vikings, Jaron Hall out. Dean Lowry, doubtful. Brian Asamoah, right?
Brian Asamoah, yep.
Okay. TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, and Chris Reed, all questionable. Christian Darrisaw's back, Johnny Munt's back, and Jalen Naylor. Christian Darrisaw's back, Johnny Munt is playing, and Jalen Naylor is playing.
Yes, sir.
So, anything that stands out, obviously, from what we've been talking about.
Can Dean Lowry just not play anymore? Dude, he's been bad. I was
Is he bad?
pretty excited about that signing. He's been awful. And the rookie, the 5th round rookie, oh God, kid out of LSU whose name I just exploded out of my brain. Goodness. What is his name? Brain. Jacqueline
What
Roy.
position?
There we go. The defensive tackle.
Oh.
He has played a lot better in the snaps he's gotten, so I'd like him to just get all the snaps for a week. So, Dean Lowry, you can be out. Everybody else, I mean, the fact that JJ's just questionable right now makes me think they'll do the whole it's a game time decision, and about an hour before the game, they'll go 18's play, and Saints fans everywhere will cry.
Yeah, we probably will cry. Knowing how he did us last year in London, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'd cry.
Yeah. Who do you put on him?
We
Lattimore or Adebo?
Lattimore, 1,000,000%.
I mean, he
Here's the
cooked
thing.
Lattimore last time, so
Here's the thing about Lattimore and Adebo. Lattimore gives you the best chance to make a play on Justin Jefferson just in general. Adebo, when it comes to good route runners, specifically good route runners and possibly Adebo, he's not good, right? Let's say you're trying to
Jordan
throw.
Addison's gonna cook him. Cool.
So let's just say you're trying to throw a go route. Adebo will eat that shit up all day. If you throw something where he's gonna have a chance to make a play on the ball, he will eat that shit up all day. Anything else, probably not. But hopefully Justin Jefferson is good. But hopefully, maybe he stubs his toe and feels a little like sign from God saying don't play.
Hey, no, I'm down.
You
If
don't need him to
he's
play.
not 100%, I don't want him playing.
That's
Hamstring
what he said
injuries are
too,
tough.
right?
Like, yeah. Well, that's not what he said. He wants to be back on that field. Kevin O'Connell's just like, nah, if he's not 100%, I'm not letting him play. Don't care. And that's how it is with everybody. That's why Jaron Hall was ruled out on Monday. Like, it was decided, like, no, you're done until you're good. Like, that's just, them's the rules, which I kind of love. I think it's because Kevin O'Connell was a former player, so he's like, they won't look out for themselves because I sure as fuck didn't, so I will. Like, you're not playing until you're good, which I like.
Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. I actually like Kevin O'Connell. That's the one aspect of the Vikings I do like.
Valid.
And Brian Flores. I wanted Brian Flores to be our head coach before Dennis Allen, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
For the Saints side, we're probably getting Adam Prentice back. I don't know why he's questionable with 3 full practices, but whatever. Probably because they got Big Bink Colin Sanders playing fullback sometimes. I don't know if you've seen that, but he's a good lead blocker for when Taysom comes in. Who knows? Maybe he'll catch a touchdown pass this week. I know the Bears doubled him last week, so I mean, rightfully
the Bears
so.
are the Bears.
He's got hands of, Randy Moss and Jerry Rice combined. I'm not biased, but
don't worry, Harrison Smith's got him. It's fine, no biggie.
Harrison Smith just lays the smackdown on Colin Sanders.
Dude, I do wonder who's going to be the guy who Derek Carr gets murdered this game.
Who Derek Carr gets murdered by?
No, who, like, he gets murdered. Because, a pass over the middle directly towards Harrison Smith that just gets Chris Olave killed. Derek Carr likes to try to get somebody killed every time he plays the Vikings. So.
Derek Carr does throw a lot of hospital passes sometimes.
Yeah, and Harrison Smith's the type of safety who will actually put you in the hospital.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. It's going to be Lynn Bowden. I hope it is. No, I'm joking.
Damn.
It'll probably be somebody like Juwan Johnson, probably, because Juwan Johnson's been taking those hard hits whenever he gets those catches. But who knows? There's going to be one hospital pass this week, trust me. It's Derek Carr's game. If he's going to fit the ball in a tight window, it's probably going to be a hospital pass. But for us, I'm glad Ryan Ramczyk's okay. I don't know what happened there. I know he was resting.
It doesn't look like it was anything. It looked like it was just rest.
Right, and then something happened on Friday, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
Because it went limited, full, and then limited. So, I mean. But we got Kendra and Isaiah are out. I'm not too fond of Isaiah Foskey yet. He hasn't really shown anything really worthwhile, even on special teams, because that's where he plays at mostly. And then Kendra, he's been really good in the screen game, which is a lot better than what I thought he was going to be. In preseason, at least. And then Adam Prentice is coming back, which I hope they play him like he's supposed to be played, like a lead blocker and Taysom run plays, because handing him the ball is a recipe for disaster. And I'm sorry, Miller, if you're watching this, but he's just not a good runner. And he can't catch a football for shit. I don't know how to describe it. He's just bad at every aspect of the game besides blocking.
That's tough.
He's a great blocker. He's an amazing blocker. And DeMario has been dealing with a knee injury for a few weeks, but he's full participant, and we're gonna have him. So hopefully he gives Joshua Dobbs a nice little roughing up this week. I want the Saints to make him uncomfortable as much as possible. That's how you eliminate a guy like Josh Dobbs. I saw it in the game he played against the Jags last year with Tennessee. Is the moment that you can... And I know roughing him up is not a good word to say around you, because Greg Williams.
We know what the Saints do. That's what they do. They rough people up.
Hey,
You
that's
know.
that's what Greg Williams does. All
No,
right.
they definitely are still paying their players extra to kill people. I'll
You
definitely
know,
watch Cam Jordan grab Josh Dobbs' ankle and try to snap it.
he's
I
not
know.
Matt Jones.
No, he's just a saint. That's what they do.
No. I understand though. I understand your pain. I get it now.
Yeah.
But injury report, and next we're gonna talk about. I want to do this or this. Okay. We're gonna go to breakout candidates. Who do you think? Will break out for the Vikings this week?
Seeing as Cam Akers is out, I think there's a world where Ty Chandler kind of pops off. At least I hope. I think Ty Chandler could be a big candidate for a breakout, but I feel like I've been saying that all year. It's not the best look that we traded for Cam Akers, but I'm gonna go with Ty Chandler.
Okay. Any specific reason?
I mean, like I said, with Cam Akers being out, Ty Chandler's really good. His vision's a little weak, but it's fine. North Carolina running back, it happens. But he's just super fast. And Demario Davis and Pete Werner are good, but like I don't trust the Saints defensive line to stop the run. And I trust CJ Ham and, a pulling Dalton Reisner to be able to take the linebackers out of the game in the run game. And I just don't know if Demario or Pete have the speed to really cover Ty Chandler if he's running routes out of the backfield. So I don't know.
Pete does.
Pete's not that fast.
How fast is Ty?
He's I don't know. He's got 95 speed on Madden. No.
That's does he actually?
I think it's that high.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I don't even think Alontae Taylor could cover him or Lattimore. I mean,
yeah, he ran a 4.38 40.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, he's 4.3 guy.
I mean, I can see it.
Ken Nwangwu was back to return another kick on you guys.
Did he return a kick on us?
I think so. Oh God, I forgot how fast Kene was. He ran a 4.31.
If I was you right now, I would say Kenne's breakout game.
Kene doesn't play as a running back. He's just a kick returner, and he's the best one in the league. So there's nowhere really up for him to go as a kick returner.
Well, bold prediction, he's not getting the kick return.
Ooh.
He won't make it past the 25. No, I'm joking. He could.
I mean, go ahead and say that. That's bold. Saying he won't get a kick return touchdown's not really that bold.
Let's just say Blake Groupie won't give him an opportunity to bring him out of the end zone.
See, now that's possible. Nobody likes to kick it to Ken Nwangwu. It makes me very sad.
Well, I guess I'd have to say my breakout prediction. No, fuck it. Pete Werner. We're doing this. Pete Werner.
Pete Werner masterclass. Let's go.
Pete Werner masterclass in the run game. I think Pete Werner is going to be the life of our run game this week. I think
Cam's starting to slow down. Put him on his ass. It's gonna happen. Promise.
No, sorry, Miller. I think Cam Jordan's starting to slow down a little bit. Obviously, you can see that he's 34.
Yeah.
DeMario, I don't understand how DeMario can play the way he is, being 34, 35. He's still an incredible player, and he's starting to pick up. I think Granderson, I feel like saying Carl Granderson would be as a breakout candidate is like seeing a polar bear in Texas. I don't know. I'm just, but I'd say it's very hard to like say a breakout candidate. But there's not been.
Trust me, I know. Game, I just did it.
It's not. Yeah, there's not been one game where Pete Werner's been the standout guy. So I think Pete Werner is going to be the standout guy, at least in the run game. Now, if I had to pick on the offensive side of the ball, I'm going to say A.T. Perry. just because I'm a little on the fence about Michael Thomas playing, and I think A.T. Perry is going to see a lot more opportunities and at least getting some passes thrown to him, getting some targets. All right, next, dream scenario. What's the dream scenario for the Vikings? Just everything goes good, everything's perfect. What does that look like for you?
I mean, Jefferson comes back and immediately the Vikings, offense clicks. Dobbs looks good. The defense plays the way they had been playing all season, not all season, but the last like 5 weeks. And it's not really a close game because it should be, but it also shouldn't. I mean, especially if Michael Thomas, as we've talked about, may or not be like, I don't know what's going on with him, but if he's out, this really shouldn't be close. It probably will be because the Vikings are psychotic and dumb, and even if Jefferson plays, we'll fuck something up somewhere. We like to hand the ball to the other team a lot. We don't like to hold on to it. So I think actually the dream scenario is the first game without a fumble. That'd be pretty cool. I
Wait,
don't want to
y'all
fumble.
fumbled every game this season?
Oh, we lead the league in fumbles by a mile.
Oh, Pete Werner's getting this breakout, bro.
Nah.
Pete Werner's getting superstar dev tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I promise. Pete Werner's getting superstar dev, man.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this actual stat, but stuff sucks.
All right, while you figure that out, if this is the stat is true, if y'all have fumbled every game, Pete Werner
I don't know if it's every game, but I think it is.
Pete Werner's getting the superstar dev today or tomorrow. But
I mean, it looks like we have 17 fumbles on the season. Lost 12 of them. Yeah.
So that's what?
But it per game doesn't really matter because I know like 5 of them were in that one game. So that's why we were losing every game early on. We had 8 fumbles in the first 6 weeks.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't on Kirk. Kirk was cooking. Big Kirk O'Chains will get
Kirk
like that.
Fumbled a few times.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Kirk was cooking, though, I will say.
Kirk was cooking.
That's one
MVP
thing I love
front
about
runner.
the Vikings. It's just that Kirk Cousins. Big Kirk woke up dripping like this. Okay, I'm being dumb.
It's fine.
Dream scenario for the Saints. Man, it's kind of hard to really say that too. I mean, I think if it's kind of hard to really put a dream scenario on the offensive side, because I mean, if our offense plays like they did against the Colts, I feel like that's a good dream. That's a dream I'd never want to wake up from. So if we could play as well as we did against the Colts on the offensive side of the ball, and then again starting early and being consistent on defense was probably dream for us because we have not played one full, complete, perfect game yet this season. The offense was very mediocre against the Patriots, which, I mean, that's fine because we still dropped 34 points total. But I would like to see it all be put together and put into one perfect, complete game on both sides of the ball because we have not done that yet.
Fair.
And then we've talked about the positive dream scenarios. What's nightmare scenario? What's that look like?
Last week, where the entire team gets injured in one game. I mean, Hawk got hurt, Christian Darrisaw, Dobbs goes down and we don't have Jaron Hall. Then Darrisaw, Hawkinson, and Danielle Hunter all go down because that's kind of how it felt last week. Like, the nightmare scenario is that the injury bug just keeps biting us, man, because it's bad.
Could be worse. You could be the Texans.
And be winning games and have our quarterback of the future and be in the best position our franchise has been in the history of our franchise?
Talk about injury-wise.
Who the fuck do they have injured?
Literally 25 people. They have 25
Who
people
can?
on the list.
Not a single one of them's a starter. Who cares? We are missing. Last week, our 4 best players did not play. What do you mean? You could be, at least you're not the Texans. Yeah, our quarterback's hurt, which means it's worse for us than any other team in the league. That's how that works.
I'm saying is if like the Texans were to, if anybody was to go down for the Texans, they'd be in a very bad place. Let me find this.
Yeah, if Stroud gets hurt, sure. That's how losing your quarterback works. Except the Texans have Keenum, so they'd go to the AFC Championship game.
And then get blown out 48-7.
Yeah.
Sorry. But no, like I've tried to be a lot more, I guess, lenient on injuries because I know that in certain areas we're deep. Like I believe if we lost Paulson Adebo tomorrow, like I mean, God forbid something happens to Paulson Adebo tomorrow, I feel like we'd be in a really good place. So I've been a little bit more lenient on injuries to key players, just because of how good our depth's been.
Right.
But look, if the Texans lose a starter, there's nobody below. Like I don't remember. I can't name all of them, but I know Nico Collins is on there. Damian Pierce is on there. It's a bunch of players. There's like 25 out of their 53 active roster players on the injury report.
Being on the injury report's not exactly what I'm talking about either. But because you can be hurt and not be on the injury report anymore. If you're a full participant, you're a full participant. That's how it goes. But like 23 of those 25 guys will play.
They have
probably
8 guys out, 3 guys questionable, and the rest don't have designations.
If they don't have a designation, I think that just means they're playing.
Yeah, I know, but it was a pretty deep injury report. You could field an entire team with this injury report. But either way, enough about the Texans. Nightmare scenario, yours was everybody gets injured.
Yeah.
Okay. I think ours is just, again, I don't want to use this every week, so I'm gonna try and say different. Usually I come out here and say everything falls flat. But I think the nightmare scenario for us is that the defense just, instead of not doing anything in the first half, does nothing the entire game. Offense acts like they don't know the definition of competent. Everybody just looks diminished energy-wise. Nobody wants to play. Dennis Allen gives another locker room speech and says "MK" 173 times.
Derek Carr starts screaming at his teammates again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the context of that. I'm pretty sure I have an idea, and the idea might be close to the truth, but it's just everything looks like how it did in Week 5 against the Texans, where you're throwing vertical routes on all 4 of your last plays. So
sorry, what?
The entire last 4 plays of our game against the Texans were verts. All 4 were verts.
Good strategy.
Verts. It's a very good strategy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, Pete Carmichael might be, I wasn't going to say worse than Canada. Nobody can be worse than Canada.
I mean, yeah, they can. Matt Canada's not that bad. It's not his fault. He might have the worst quarterback in football. Kenny Pickett's atrocious, dude.
I mean,
watch
bad,
the games.
Yeah, I do, but he's bad. But I don't think he's the worst quarterback in football.
Might be.
We gotta talk about that a different time.
Who's that much worse?
Starting?
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't know. I might choose Jimmy. His problem's overthrowing, not being unable to get the ball 4 yards down the field to his receiver. Yeah.
No, you might be right. Kenny Pickett is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's really hard to come up with someone on the spot that's worse than him.
That's true.
Yeah, that might actually take some fucking deep diving, but Zach Wilson? Does that count?
I don't know if that counts. Maybe.
Okay, let's just say he's very, very bottom tier.
Yeah, he's definitely bottom tier. That's
he's definitely someone that you'd have as your third string probably in 2026.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing. Score predictions. Realistic.
I'm gonna go 28-17. I have faith in our defense, and I'm betting on another Derek Carr disaster class. He's due again. I'm a Raiders. I also love the Raiders. Like, they were, before I ever started watching football, they were my favorite team because I hated the Broncos, and that was the Broncos' biggest rival. So I rooted for the Raiders, and that's still there. So I watch Derek Carr a lot. He's due for another disaster class. And Brian Flores is the type of guy to draw up a disaster class.
I'm going to say four.
How do we get 4?
No, not 4. Not the number 4. The word 4, like FOR. For the better part of my happiness, I would rather have a wrong prediction and a good day than a bad day and a right prediction. So I'm going to say this.
I'm
going to say the Vikings win.
Nice.
25-24.
25-24. That's an interesting score.
I'm not going to say 27-21 or 27-24 or 21-17 like all these robot expert analysts on the NFL Network are going to say. 25-24. Is that a score, Gami?
I don't know.
It's been done. No, it's been done before. I'm going to say 25-24 by a missed Saints field goal. Because Blake Griffin has no clutch genetic in his body.
Tough.
I'd rather have a wrong prediction and a good day than a good prediction and a bad day. I think that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I figured what you meant.
And the Vikings are a really good football team, so if we lose this game and it's close and we actually look pretty good, then I won't be that mad. I know that's literally my famous last words every week. So, but
fair.
Yeah. Geek, I appreciate you joining. If you got anything you want to plug, go ahead.
I don't know. Follow me at TheGeekSlays everywhere. I exist on all the platforms on the internet.
You do MySpace?
I think so, actually.
Are you the TheGeekSlays on DoorDash too?
No, I used to be, but then it got really weird. Because if you ever end up ordering DoorDash but doing like the pickup thing instead of having it delivered, having them yell out the TheGeekSlays feels really awkward when you're in a busy Chick-fil-A. That happened once. I'm not joking. So
I'm gonna have to hear that story for a different time.
I mean, that was the story. I ordered food and they yelled out the TheGeekSlays, and I went, "Oh fuck, okay, that's me. Hi, thanks." And then I scurried on out of the Chick-fil-A.
Okay. All right. Well, Geek, thanks for joining me this week. Hope we have a good game Sunday.
I hope so. I'll be injuring my players.
I don't think there'll be any of that. If someone gets injured in very bad fashion, this is going to look so bad on us.
Oh, if they do, I'm calling for your owner's head.
You're starting the propaganda.
Yeah.
Starting the agenda. All right. Well, Geek, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you as always. Go follow him on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I'll have all those in the description. And yeah, see you guys soon. Peace.